Hi, everyone. My name is Cecilia Comperatore. I am the owner of the Essential Toolbox. I love essential oils and I love teaching about them. It's my passion in life. I think I have a lot of education to share, and I'm just going to get right to it. So tonight we're talking about lavender. Hold on one second. There we go. Gotcha. Okay. So tonight on Lavender 101, we are going to go over the how, what, where, when, and why of using lavender essential oil. And hopefully this information can help you get started with essential oils, or refresh what you already know, or maybe add a few things to your repertoire that you didn't know. Lavender is actually why I started using essential oils. I was not able to rest through the night for at least 15 years. I would go to bed and turn over and get up, watch TV, look at the clock every hour on the hour. And I tried everything, literally everything: teas, potions, lotions, eating broccoli before I went to bed, hopefully to lower my cortisol levels, eating protein before I went to bed, and nothing seemed to work for me. And basically, I had decided that that was just the way it was going to be until I took an essential oils class. I needed continuing education units for my massage license, and I was looking for a class where I didn't have to carry a table and sheets and all that. So I found this essential oil class, and I went, and it was the best class I ever took in my life. And in that class, it was recommended that I try lavender for my issue. And so I thought, what the heck, I've tried everything else, I'll try it. So I got myself some lavender, and I got a rollerball and some carrier oil, and I followed the instructions that I was given. And after about a week, I thought, is this stuff really working? And I thought, I don't remember looking at the clock every hour. I don't remember getting up. I don't remember watching TV. My shoulders weren't sore. And I thought, what the heck? I think this stuff is working. So the only thing I did remember was laying down at night and then getting up again in the morning. So voila, I had my answer. But I become so accustomed to the way I was living that that's the way I accepted it. And I didn't, find what I needed, but I finally did with the lavender. So what are essential oils? Essential oils are volatile liquids derived from plant materials. It simply means that they're plant materials and they evaporate quickly. One of the things that we use with topical application of essential oils is we use carrier oil to dilute the essential oil, and also to it helps keep it from evaporating quite as much, and it absorbs better into the dermal layers of your skin. So oils are natural aromatic compounds, so they smell good, and pure oils are potent. Relief can come from as little as 1 or 2 drops. And a little caveat on that subject: remember that essential oils are sold for a profit. So please know who you're buying your oils from and what kind of oils you are buying. A little while ago, you may remember there was an incident with a big box store, and they sold an aromatic essential oil, and it actually killed a child. They were made in Asia, and they were able to determine that because when they analyzed the oils, they found out that there was a bacteria in it that we don't have here. So you have to be very careful when it comes to money. People are willing to sell you anything to take your money. So please, please, please be careful in that regard. So most pure oils have no shelf life. All essential oils have to have an expiration date by law on the bottle, but most oils are good past that expiration date. They just don't degrade after that. An exception to that is citrus oils. Citrus oils evaporate quickly, and so I advise people when they buy them not to stock up on them like I did and go back and find 2/3 of a bottle. It's not a good thing. But as long as you keep your oils out of the sun, away from the heat, and you put the lid on tightly after you use them to keep the air from getting to them, the oils will last for years. I have some that are 4 or 5 years old, and I still use them, and they're perfectly fine. So lavender literally means to wash in Latin, and it's likely the most used essential oil globally. Unfortunately, it's one of the most adulterated also. Diluted with water, alcohol. They found some really nasty, bad things in essential oils. But it has a floral sweet smell with some herbaceous woody undertone. So it kind of smells sweet, but at the same time, it kind of smells woody and like a herb at the same time. And if you've never smelled real lavender, when you do, it's kind of interesting because most of the time we're used to smelling the untrue lavenders, like the lavandins that are used in everything from toilet paper to laundry soap, candles, sprays. And it just doesn't have the same qualities as a true lavender does, even scent-wise. It's made from the flowers of the plant, and it is steam distilled. So lavender can be used undiluted, which we call neat. It is very, very, it's a gentle oil. I've used it on kids. I've used it on my own grandkids neat. I've used it on myself neat, and I've never had any issues. You can use it aromatically, topically, or internally. Now, internally, it's generally regarded as safe, but for internally, you can only use it for not for children under 6 years old. Under 6 years old, it's a no-no internally. But over 6 years old, you use it with great caution, of course, and in greater dilution for children over 6 years old. Can be safely used during pregnancy. Some oils cannot, and it's best to check them if you are pregnant, to check that first before using an oil. And it is not photosensitive. Some oils, like citrus oils, are photosensitive. You cannot use them within 12 hours of going out into the sun. So you have to be careful with that. Lavender, it blends well with most citrus oils, clary sage, and geranium. They make wonderful smells. So like anything else, a good dilution chart is key to using lavender essential oils. And that's whether it's with children, adults, or animals. And speaking of dilution chart, here is an essential oils dilution chart. Recommended rule on dilution amounts. And what you do with this is you read your guidelines and you find what you're looking for. Birth to 12 months is 0.3 to 0.5% dilution. 1 to 5 years equals 1.5 to 3% dilution. 6 to 11 years is 1.5 to 5% dilution. 12 to 17 years is 1.5 to 20% dilution. 18 years and older, 1.5% to neat, which is no dilution. Elderly or sensitive skin, 1 to 3% dilution. Daily use, 2 to 5% dilution. Short-term use, 10 to 25% dilution. Local skin or systemic issues, 50% dilution to neat. And remember, these are general guideline suggestions, not absolute rules. I have a few customers that actually use less than what is recommended for their age group, and it works just fine for them. And if that's the case, then that's what you use because that's what you need. Basically, all you do is you find your dilution rate. So if we're doing it for a 6 to 11-year-old, let's say it's an 11-year-old, we probably go to the higher end of the spectrum. So 5%, we go, let's see, if we're using a 5 milliliter bottle, right? And we're going to do 5%. Here's 5%, 5 milliliter bottle. So we use 5 drops and fill the rest of this bottle with carrier oil, put the roller ball on, and then put the lid on and shake. And shake that every time before you use it to make sure that the carrier oil and the essential oils are fully mixed up. So lavender is called the Swiss Army knife of oils, and with good reason. It's great for anything skin. I've never used it on anything on my skin that has not been good for. It's great for skin irritations, sleep support, as I had mentioned earlier, head tension. I like to put a little bit around my temples and some around my neck. Combined with lemon and peppermint, it's great for seasonal threats. You use a roller ball, just like I showed in the dilution chart, and roll it on the bottom of your feet. It's awesome. Babies' bottoms. We all know how babies' bottoms can get sometimes. You know, they're covered up, they get no air, there's moisture in there. So this is something that you could make a spray, or you could use a roll-on, and it'd be great for a baby's bottom. Bug bites and stings. Lavender saved me from more bug bites and stings than I can tell you about. One was an incident that involved multiple yellow jacket stings, and whoa, that was not feeling well. And lavender saved the day on that. And I also used it in conjunction with another oil when I was bit by a mystery bug that was really bad. But they both saved the day in those instances. So also, if you're outside in the sun too long, you can make a spray with lavender, and that feels really, really good. And it's really, really helpful to help heal your fried skin up. Lavender is one of the few oils that can be applied neat, as we spoke about earlier. So when you use it topically, you can add it directly to areas of concern, even on kids. So for me, like I have my areas of concern would be maybe my neck and my shoulders. And I actually use oils on my neck and shoulders twice a day for my discomfort, but it's the same way. You just go to where you need it. That's the general rule with that. It's kind of funny. I have a bottle everywhere. I have one in my purse. I have one in my office. I have one at home in my kitchen. And I usually tell people when they buy lavender to keep the bottle in their kitchen. And they kind of give me that third eye look. But it's for a reason. And I use the incident of when I was seasoning my cast iron frying pans, and you oil them up and you put them in the oven, and you take them out and you oil them up and you put them back in, and you do this multiple times to season them. Well, I was seasoning one and I oiled it up after I had taken it out of the oven, only I forgot that it was in the oven, and I went to grab the handle. Yikes. Ran over to my cabinet behind me, poured the lavender out, and rubbed it all over my hands. Oh my gosh, sweet relief. It was absolutely wonderful. And that's a good example of using lavender undiluted. It can be a lifesaver. So lavender can be used aromatically, topically, or internally. Now, aromatically, we can use in a diffuser. You can smell it from the bottle directly. You can put a couple drops in your hands and then make a 10 over your nose, avoiding your eyes, and then deeply smell in with your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth, and do that 4 or 5 times. It's a wonderful way to get aromatic benefits of an essential oil. You can put drops on the floor of your shower. Just put them out of the spray, the direct spray of the water. You can use a passive diffuser. A passive diffuser is one that does not use electric, so it could be a coral stone or a rock or something like that. There's also essential oil jewelry that is very, very nice. It's really pretty. It comes on a necklace, and to have a charm on it, and it has a little pad in it. And you pour a few drops of essential oil in there, and you can actually lift it up during the day and smell it. Oh, it's great. Also, you could use hot water in a bowl. You want to make sure that the water is not boiling, and it actually, once you just want it warm. And so you put essential oils in that, and you could put 1 to 3 drops, lean over the bowl and breathe it in. And to add a more better effect, put a towel over your head and do that. And you could just breathe it in, just like you did with the 10 over your nose, in through your nose, out through your mouth. You need to take a break. You take the towel off and just move away from the oils. And it can give you a lot of respiratory support with essential oils that way. You're also enjoying the essential oils while you're nurturing your skin as well. So it's a win-win for you. There's also something called an essential oil inhaler. It's kind of like a tube, and it has a cotton wick that goes inside of it. And you add 10 to 15 drops of essential oil to the cotton, and you can take the lid off and breathe it during the day and use it as needed. You can use it for children, but only kids over 5, and you're only going to use about 4 drops in there for them. You don't want to use much more than that. If they're older, maybe you could use up to 8 drops, but you only for kids over that age of 5. That's the age there. And aromatic use works so well because your olfactory bulb in your nose is actually connected to the limbic system of your brain. And the limbic system in your brain controls a lot of things: moods, emotions, memories is one of them also. I think everybody's had that experience where you smell something and you remember something from your childhood, or you have a flashback and you go, oh, wow. And that's why. For me, it's the smell of black cherry tobacco, because my father smoked a pipe. And I have just different visions that I'll have of us when we were kids smelling that. And it's a good memory. It's a wonderful thing. So you can also use essential oils topically, roller balls on the forearms, the wrists, above the heart, along the spine. You can go up and down either side. You can use them around your neck, on your belly, or on your feet. The belly and the feet are really good for babies and kids, and also for older people as well. Just remember to use that dilution chart when you use topical usage. Internally, you can actually use essential oils internally. Some of them, not all of them. You have to read look at the label for that to figure out whether it says supplement. If you can use it internally, it says supplement facts, essential oil supplement, and that means you can use it internally. If it doesn't say that, if it just says essential oil or blend, you cannot use it internally. So also, you can use it in a zero capsule. A zero capsule is basically an empty capsule, and it has got a long end and a short end, and you separate them and you put drops inside the long end and then put the short end on the top, and then you take it with water. I actually have their dropper tops on the bottles that I use, so I can make sure it's easier to get in the zero capsule that way. You can actually use them under your tongue. I have done this on occasion when I've had major head discomfort. I've used copaiba and frankincense. Does it taste good? No, but I would rather do that and get some relief from what I'm feeling. So you can use them in a glass of water also. I use a lot of lemon and citrus oils in my water. I don't like the taste of water. It tastes yucky. And so to increase my hydration, I have used essential oils, and I do daily to get my water benefits into me. And it really does work. It makes it non-boring too, because you can change the tastes out. You know, you can use lemon, you can do lemon lime, you could do orange with lemon tangerine, things like that. And it really does make a big difference in how it tastes. So in 6 years older and with greater dilution with the kids, remember that. So don't forget your pets, Lavender. Essential oils can work great for our furry 4-footed friends as well. Don't forget to use a dilution chart for pets. You can use them in a gentle cleanser, a healing salve, a soothing shampoo. They can be very calming to pets. And don't forget to look up YouTube videos on the dog whisperer. He's really great at using essential oils with dogs, and they're kind of fun videos to watch. It's neat to see how they work with an animal. I recently had a small animal in my home for several months. He's actually a 4 to 5 pound dog. And I used to give him baths in my sink, and I'd put a little towel down in there so he didn't slide. And I made it with Roman chamomile and lavender. And after about a minute and a half, he was just this lump of fur. He was just a little Gumby in the sink. It was great. It helped him relax. And I could rub his little feet and his joints to help make him feel better, because he was a senior dog, and that is an issue with him. So yeah, he just loved it. And then I would run the warm water up and down his spine and around his neck, and he just was in heaven. He absolutely loved that. But the big thing with essential oils with pets is letting them choose the oil first with the caps on. An animal knows instinctively by their amazing sense of smell what they need and what they like. And so you let them smell the bottle with the lid on and just watch their behavior and see what they do. They'll tell you what they want. And as for diffusing them with pets, the big thing with diffusing in pets is make sure that the room that you have the diffuser in, where the pet is, the door is open and they can get out if they need to. Again, that sense of smell is going to gauge what they need or what they feel like having at that moment. And they'll just get up and walk out. If they feel it's not for them or if they've had enough, they don't need it or want it, they'll just walk away, and that's it. So that's really important with dogs. And this is a dilution guide from the essential oil that Dr. Janet worked for dogs. And it works the same as a human chart. It's got the percentages with the milliliters in the bottles that you're going to use. And you use the chart at the bottom, cats 0.5 to 2%, rabbits and other small rodents, and reptiles 0.5 to 1%. Dogs under 20 pounds, 9 kilograms, 0.5% for hot oils, and very small dogs, up to 3% for larger dogs and gentle oils. Goats or sheep, 2 to 10% for hot oils. Gentle oils may be used undiluted. Horses, 5 to 10% for hot oils with sensitive skin horses, otherwise undiluted. And by hot oils, we're talking about the oreganos, the cinnamons, the kasha, the black peppers, the cloves, the gingers, those kind of oils. Oils where you get a warm feeling and you put them on your skin. Those are the ones that they're referring to in this. So emotions in lavender. Lavender aids verbal expression. It calms the mind and supports tension relief. So there's a book, it's called The Essential Emotions. It's your guide to process, release, and live free. It's an amazing book. It basically gives a breakdown of oils in the front. It's single oils, and then they go into blends after that. And then there's a body guide, and it has a map of all the areas of the body that are included in the book. And basically, you choose the area of concern, and then you read the emotional root and the underlying emotions, and then you look deeper to access your subconscious. So it's very interesting. It covers a lot of things from ankles, appetite, spirituality, expressions, facade, confused, anger, balance, things like that. And so you can use this to help you. And then in the back, there's an emotions section as well, which does the same kind of thing. So, I mean, I can go in here and look at intimidated, intolerant, jaded, loyal, sympathetic. I can look up things like that, and I can go to these things and figure out which oils I can use to help me with that emotion. Stressed is a good one. Everybody needs stress support, I think, especially nowadays. It's a great book to get. Even if you're just getting started on essential oils or you've been using them, it is a wonderful book to have. And it's great with kids too. So these are some of the websites that I use to research articles on lavender. My favorite is PubMed.gov. And the reason being is because the search is so amazingly easy and accurate. I can go in there and I can put lavender, I can put On Guard, I can put whatever in there, and it will come up with articles and research papers that have been done. What I like to do with the research, because it can get a little bit sciencey and boring, read what their objective is, what they've used, the people they've used it on, and then look at the outcome, what's happened at the end, which is really important. So, if you want to look up something that, you need to know if they've done any research on, you can go that way and look. There's also Google Scholar, online library.wiley.com, sciencedirect.com, and sagepub.com. They're all excellent, excellent research libraries for you to look at. So this is a recipe that I'm offering this evening. It's called a bug bite relief relief blend with the myriad of bugs that are going to appear shortly just about everywhere. This is a good thing to have. It's 10 drops of lavender, 10 drops of peppermint, and you put the drops in a 10 milliliter roller ball and add fractionated, coconut oil. And then you put the roller ball on the lid, shake up, and apply as needed for relief. If these are for smaller kids, you want to use your dilution chart when you do it. This is great because you can carry it with you. Make little 5 milliliter bottles and carry it with you. It'd be great if you were going to like a softball game or something and you needed to carry it. That would be a wonderful thing. And, give your kids and yourself some relief when you get bit by those nasty things that are out there, especially that one in the picture. It seems like that one makes us itch a lot. And especially for kids, that can be really torturesome and bothersome and can be quite a problem. So make these because they're fully transportable and easy to carry with you. And that's my talk on lavender this evening. Again, I am the owner of the Essential Toolbox. My email address is the Essential Toolbox at AOL.com. My phone number is 239-825-3809. You can text me. You can call me. If I'm busy, you'll have to leave me a message, but I will get back to you. And I am a doTERRA Wellness Advocate, and that's my doTERRA Wellness Advocate number, 6125349. And my website on doTERRA is my.doTERRA.com. Yes, there's 2 dots, one on either side of doTERRA / the Essential Toolbox. And you can actually go on and look at items that may be of interest to you on there. We have a lot of essential oils, kits. We have skincare products. We have a wonderful line of cleaning products as well, the Abode line, which are really awesome. I've been using them in my home, and I'm in love with the dishwashing liquid. I think that's the best thing since sliced bread. It just smells great, and my dishes are clean, and I know I'm using something non-toxic on my dishes. So that's my talk for this evening, and I thank you for being here. If you have any questions after you watch this, even if you're watching the recording, please give me a holler, and I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Thank you.